Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. It has been a while since I've said that, huh? Hello everybody, welcome back to the Epic Mewtwo unboxing stuff channel. I have been wanting to get back into uploading on this channel for a little while now, and I just received this Deku figure here today. So I figured let's go ahead and crack into it and get a little bit more content on the channel. By the way, you can see that my background is a little bit bare. Unfortunately, I couldn't actually find the usual Pokemon playmat that I use for the background of this video, so I just decided to go with a white background, which is literally just the wall, and you know, see what you guys thought of it. So in the comment section, definitely let me know. Probably won't be a permanent thing because personally I like having something in the background, but since I couldn't find it, I figured, you know, a white background would probably look fine. But yeah, today we are taking a look at this Ichiban Kuji Masterlise Deku figure. This guy is actually a pretty cool figure for a couple of reasons. Well, one, I don't really collect My Hero figures simply because... Let me get all that off before I start talking again. There we go. Ah! Simply because of the fact that I collect so many Dragon Ball figures that, you know, I don't want to get into collecting another franchise is the bottom line. How did I even do that? How did I even, bro? Well, here we go. Here is the big boy Deku in all of his glory. Unfortunately, it is a little bit dark in my room now because unfortunately the sun is set. But you can see the box right there. Very plain, which honestly is kind of a surprise. But the reason why this is such a big deal for me personally is because this one is actually a LO figure, aka a Last One figure. If you are unfamiliar with the concept of Last One figures when it comes to Ichiban Kuji, because this in Japan is an Ichiban Kuji figure. I don't know if that didn't focus, so I'm just going to show it again. But obviously in the States, it is classified as a Ichibansho figure, as you can see right there. Maybe. There we go. Perfect, right? So, with the Last One prizes for these figures, essentially what the case is that they are the last one that you can get from the lottery, and essentially the rarest one. And we never, ever, ever get LO figures in the States here. It's just kind of a thing that doesn't really happen when these figures get, you know, ported overseas, because we get all kinds of figures ported overseas, but it's just never these LOs. So, since I'm not a big My Hero collector, even though there are a lot of really great My Hero figures that I've seen, like sculpt-wise, I wanted to get this guy because of that fact, and as well, I wanted one really solid Deku figure for my collection, because I have, like, 2 Deku figures already. But I'm going to sell one, and this one will be my dedicated one that's like just Deku chillin', I guess is the best way to describe it. I will say, I don't know if this guy was necessarily worth the price that I paid for it, considering that it was a little bit of a pretty penny. This is also really hard to get out. Can you see that in there, bro? This was, oh, a clear stand. That's sick. Okay, we'll have to take a look at that in a second. This guy was pretty expensive, I will say. But in my honest opinion, I don't really mind. Because not only is this obviously a very big figure, but since this is an LO and we literally never get them, by the way, I don't know if you can get a good look in there, but there you go. The feet stand is actually in there. That's a great way to package a figure of this size. I wish the Dragon Ball figures would do that a little bit more. Because this is an LO figure, it has a different version of the paint on Deku, and because it has a different version of the paint on Deku, the paint on this guy, let me actually pan this back up, sorry I had it down for that, let's just keep him in the bag, bro, no I'm kidding, is that what is going on with the paint here is that he is actually a little bit shiny on his hero outfit, which I think is really, really cool, and an awesome way to do a Deku figure like this, because of course, most of the time when Bandai does Deku figures, it's just like a matte green, but this is a super beautiful metallic paint job, if I do say so myself here. It looks really, really cool. Let me go ahead and get that over there. And as well, obviously with the lightning too, looks amazing. I'm trying to get this all because he has his mask down a little bit. Sneaking it around. There we go. Perfect. All right. So yes, this is our boy here, Mr. Midoriya. Let's get this off of his hand right here. Very nice that they did that. Ooh, I don't want to break that. Is that... How is that on there? Oh my gosh, they wrapped that around the lightning? Ooh, I want to be really careful with that. Okay, hold up. I don't want to... Let me hold that in place. I don't want to... There we go. Perfect. That is a amazing looking Deku, if I do say so myself. Holy cow. I really, really like the way that they did the lightning on my man. And I really, really like the way that they did the shiny paint job. I'll give you a little bit more of a closer look in a second here, but here's a quick turnaround for you. Wow, that's awesome. Look at how shiny that is, bro. That's awesome. And on the mask as well, it even has the detail of like the eye holes being there. That's super cool. Only a couple little nicks, it looks like, on mine, but nothing too bad, I would say. It looks really good. I love the way as well that they did his hair for this piece. Looks pretty good. Very, like, messy, but that's kind of how Deku's hair is supposed to look. And honestly, the face is not bad. I kind of like that weird, like, scowl, I guess, that he's got going on. Paint application is really, really nice. I love the way that this turned out. I really like the type of plastic they used for this electricity, rather. It's almost like translucent, kind of, but like at the same time, not really, but it is. It looks really, really awesome, if I do say so myself. He can stand without the stand, but he is a little bit wobbly, so let's go ahead and just slap that bad boy on there, just in case. Get a bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, this guy, though, I will say, is pretty big, all things considered. Obviously, Ichiban Kuji figures tend to be a little bit bigger, all things considered, so kind of makes sense that he would be that big. Let's go ahead and slap the stand on my man. What foot does this go on? Do I know? Can I tell? I don't really even think it matters. It almost just looks like it fits on both. It goes on that one, or... that one. I honestly can't really tell. It looks like there's a notch on the side right there where it would fit around the boot, but they both kind of have, like, his boot has a notch right there and right there, so I don't know. Let's see, which way is it facing? It would probably make more sense for it to be this one, because of just the way that it's angled. I think so. Let's see. Does it stand up better like this? It still has a little bit of wobble to it. Let's try the other one. This is kind of interesting, though. I've never had a case where I've had a figure with a stand like this that can just sort of, like, stand this easy. Yeah, that definitely, I think, is a little bit more sturdy. And it also felt like it snapped in a little bit better. He is doing a little bit of a lean, which is kind of interesting, but honestly, I don't think it's too bad. I think it looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. Let me also crank that boy up a little bit for you. Looks very nice, if I do say so myself. A very, very cool looking Deku figure. One that I'm very happy to have in my collection. And again, the shininess, bro. I can't, like, overstate how awesome that looks. Now, on this channel, we don't really have any concrete, like, way of giving a little bit of size comparisons like we do on the main channel when it comes to comparing some figures. So, I figured just for a little bit of comparison's sake for upcoming figure videos that I will do, we'll just bring out my little Pikachu amiibo, because I feel like a Pikachu amiibo is probably a decent size. Most people, I think, have a basic understanding of the size of an amiibo, right? And I think Pikachu is a pretty common one. My boy's rocking the Brendan hairband. So there you go. Next to Deku. Obviously, he's super small, but that's just to give you a little bit of an idea of the size of the figure. And let's go ahead and pop the ruler there. He is, I want to say, like 9 3/4. Looks just about right. Let me lift this up a little bit just so that you can see it a little bit better here. Just about 9 3/4 is how he stands there. Maybe a little bit more like 9 1/2, like a little bit more than 9 1/2, yeah. So a pretty decently sized figure, 100%, obviously, considering it is an Ichiban Kuji figure. That kind of makes sense. All right, so before we hop out of here for today, thank you, Pikachu, for joining the party. I do want to give a little bit of a comparison between these two. Funny enough, The other Deku figure that was like my staple Deku figure in my collection up until this point was this one, the Amazing Heroes Deku. And this guy, like, in my opinion, was one of the best. Funny enough, looking at him now, I think that the face sculpt is a little bit goofy, and that one actually looks a lot more accurate to Midoriya than I feel like this one does. He just looks a little bit too bland on this one. Funny enough, actually, thinking about it, when I was opening this, I was like, oh, this is the same pose as this one, but it's not. It's almost like opposite. Not really, because obviously he's doing the flick in the Ichiban Kuji one, but still pretty cool nonetheless. And funny enough, you can actually see, even though this is the same outfit, the colors on these two are completely different. Of course, they're a little bit more vibrant on the Last One version because, of course, you know, well, that's kind of the appeal of the Last One version compared to the regular one. The colors pop a lot more. But even so, like, on the gloves and even the reds throughout the figure look a lot different. And I will say, I think a figure from My Hero Academia that has a little bit more accurate colors to this one that doesn't include the shininess is the Banpresto World Figure Coliseum. I guess we'll call this half mask Deku? Not really sure what to call this figure, but this is one of my favorite Deku figures of all time. As soon as I saw this from the My Hero Academia line, I was like, I gotta have it, bro. It's absolutely fantastic. It looks so good. But I think that these guys actually do look pretty cool together. These two will probably be sharing the same shelf for a long time to come, so I hope that they would look good together. Obviously, one with Deku in the costume, and the other one with him and not in the, well, I mean, kind of in the costume. The mask isn't on, I guess is a good way to put it. But really cool looking together. I do think that both of these figures look really great for different reasons. And yeah, overall, just a fun comparison, I think. One of them is also kind of more like, I don't know, I would say maybe like younger and unconfident Deku in the Banpresto World Figure Coliseum one, and then in the Ichiban Kuji one, my man is looking a little bit more like later in the series type of Deku, at least from the expression. I don't know if that's necessarily matching up where the figures are actually taken from like pose-wise, but in terms of like the expression and I guess their demeanor, I guess would be a good way to put it. They both kind of look like that's where they come from Deku's life. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this figure unboxing and review. This channel is not only going to be for Pokemon cards now, but basically anything else that I am reviewing figure-wise that doesn't fall under the Dragon Ball umbrella. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I probably won't be getting too many My Hero figures in the future, just because, like I said, I already collect so many Dragon Ball figures. I can't get into collecting another franchise, but having one or two from a couple of different anime that I like is definitely not a bad thing. And like I said, I definitely do not regret my purchase on this, even though it was a little bit more expensive, because it's beautiful, frankly. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. Really appreciate ya. If you would like to pick this figure up, I will leave some links in the description below where you can do so if I can find it. I'll also see if I can include the regular version down there, just in case I can't find the LO version, because, you know, since it is a little bit more of a rare figure, you know, that would kind of make sense. Anyway, though, that is going to do it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you in the next one. Epic Mewtwo out. Peace.